I like to talk about other things really as well, because although mind is my business and I'm very passionate about my business and alternative education and all that kind of thing, I like to be very down to earth with people. I'm very down to earth with my clients. I take them for walks, and then we go in a cafe, and I always pay, of course. And life is so much easier when you're just down to earth and you just chill out and you don't worry about things. And of course, if you've got good intuition, you know things are going to be okay. So you don't worry about things. Yeah, this is a very muddy puddle. Oh well, here we go. But I was thinking about all the things that I've done over the years to improve myself, and as I say it again and again and again, because it's important that we never lose our open mind and our curiosity, because that keeps you alive, it keeps you interested in things. It learns you how to manoeuvre muddy puddles, for example. And so I walk a great deal. I can't emphasise how wonderful walking is for you. I remember some years ago I was living in Leeds and I needed to get to a certain place. And I always use public transport when I can, because I quite like it. It's quite nice being on the top floor of a double-decker bus or sitting on a train and just relaxing. You don't have to concentrate. I remember saying to this guy, I need to get to a certain place. And I said, asked him where this place was. He said, it's quite a long way, you'll need a bus. I said, how far? He said, about half a mile. Why would I need a bus to go half a mile? It boggles my mind that people can't walk anywhere. Town people are the most lazy people of all. It just boggles my mind how lazy people are. I can understand it if you're behind time, you've got to get somewhere on time. I get that. But generally speaking, leave early and get some exercise. It's not difficult. I get quite exasperated about people's laziness. And I look at them and I see the state of them and I think, well, you did that to yourself. It didn't happen by accident. As easygoing as I am, I have had to be quite hard on some clients because they can't see what they're doing to themselves. And I think it becomes just a natural part of life, and sometimes you need to be a bit honest with people for the penny to drop. But once they get it, things start to change. Other people will rebel and think, well, I'm not doing that. I think, well, fine, it's up to you. But generally speaking, if people come to me, they do generally want to improve and they know they're doing something wrong, which is affecting them mentally and physically. And mentally and physically is our life, isn't it? If you don't look after that, you're in trouble. But some people, they still argue, and I think, well, if you don't have to listen to me, you don't really care. I'd rather you did, it means you're here, but some people won't, they'll argue. And I think, well, you can't be helping it really. You don't understand. I don't know, I just get lost with some people. Same with the people now who I don't think would ever wake up to what's going on. I think it's like they don't want to know. And it's the same with people that come for mentoring or coaching or whatever. They want to be fixed, but they don't want to do the work. It's not the work then, is it? And they'll say, well, I thought you would somehow hypnotise me. I said, well, no, I'm not a hypnotist. I want you to, and you don't want that. You don't want me in your. See what I'm doing here? This is. If I fall that way, it's deep. If I fall that way, I get wet. So stop talking so much and concentrate so you don't fall in the river, canal. Ooh, I don't like heights. It's one thing I've never got over. I've never liked heights, and I don't swim that well either. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll talk to you in a minute when we get past this. It's about 2 feet wide, but I still don't want to not look at the floor. Thank God for that. Oof, I'm in the mud now. Anyway, what I was talking about now, I was trying to afford it for now. But I get quite exasperated. I just think, why can't you get this? Because if you get it, your life will change. And I've always said to myself that I have to be the living proof of this. I can't just talk the talk and not walk the walk. I have to show people that I can do it. So I push myself every day. And the thing is now, when I push myself every day, it's easy. I don't have to talk myself into doing it. I just do it. Life is so easy once you get in the right gear. But you've got to get there first. And if you've been through the system, and it brainwashes people to different degrees. Although I've always said I never was fully asleep. I was always aware of things. And my curiosity kept me alive. There were things I had to learn, because after some of the issues I had from school, I was really, really depressed. So even people that are awake get depressed, probably more than other people, because they get so frustrated at what's going on. So, if I can find there we go. So, back to the original conversation, I like to do other things, and that's part of what I put into my business and everything. We have walks and we have fun times and silly times. I used to be in a group years ago, and we used to go to the swings. All these adults played on the swings. It was silly, but it was fun, and everybody thought it's a good time, So, and there's no need to grow up. It's just everything's just an attitude. I'm not saying you should crawl around on the floor till you're 85, but I mean, you can always have that child in you, that fun, that excitement. And I try to get that into people. I try to get that into my coaching, into my business. My education system will have very different elements to what standard education have, and we've got to get this into people naturally. It shouldn't be forced. If we force it in, we're no different than anybody else. But it's going to be one of those things that when people see it and understand it, they'll flow into it quite naturally, because they'll know that that's human nature. Basically, Mind Education School Limited, Academy Limited now, because I've changed that, but it's just about being yourself and flowing with it and finding out who you are before somebody tried to take it away. Of course, eventually we won't have that issue, because people will be born, they'll be nurtured by parents that have been through the new system, my system, somebody else's system. It doesn't matter which system you go through, as long as it's a good system. So eventually we won't have that problem. But we've got to get there first. We've got quite a long way to go, but I'm optimistic things are really going to change eventually, and everybody's going to have a wonderful life, but we've got to get there first. And that is education, the right education. Nurturing, I always say. Nurture without influence. And this is my third video today. Still heading back to the office. We'll get there in about 20 minutes, I think. If I don't make another video. I have mid-video moments. I don't make one for a long time, and then I could easily make 100 in a week. Simple ones like this, But then I've got to sort them all out, you see, because I do sometimes say things incorrectly, and I think I can't post that because even I can tell that it's incorrect. So anyway, this is where we are. We're on the Oxford Canal, heading towards Banbury. Some of it's a bit dangerous. It's lethal in the winter. But now we're in spring. How wonderful is that?